Hi, I'm Mike, PokeTips Mike, and today, Pokemon released an insane amount of new details about the upcoming Pokemon storage service, Pokemon Home. Which does make a lot of sense because they told us not too long ago that it's supposed to come out in February, and we really don't know that much about it yet. On the official Pokemon website, they just put out an article that details 4 major categories: transferring your Pokemon from old games to Sword and Shield, of course using Pokemon Home, trading your Pokemon, more features, whatever that might be, and the premium membership. So without further ado, let's go ahead, let's take a look at this and learn about Pokemon Home together. So first things first, they gave us a little update on how the connectivity is going to work with Pokemon Home. So as you might already know, there's going to be 2 versions of Pokemon Home. A mobile version that goes on your phone and a version on the Nintendo Switch. Now the Nintendo Switch version of Pokemon Home is going to have the full range of compatibility. You'll be able to connect with Sword, Shield, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, and even Pokemon Bank on the Nintendo 3DS, but over on the mobile version, you'll only be able to connect directly with Pokemon Bank on the 3DS. If you want to transfer your Pokemon from Switch games into Pokemon Home, well, you're going to need to do that on your Switch. However, you'll still be able to do all the features on them with the phone since it's all going to be under the same account. Now, we also do have an interesting little update here as well. Originally, when they announced Pokemon Home, they said that Pokemon Go, the mobile game, was going to be compatible and you'll be able to transfer your Pokemon from Go into Home. Well, according to the website here, it looks like that feature isn't exactly ready. We could see on their little diagram here, their little triangle, Pokemon Go is currently grayed out and says coming soon, so I guess you'll have to wait a little bit longer if you want to transfer all your shinies from Pokemon Go into Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now on to direct game compatibility, that's pretty simple. With Pokemon Sword version and Pokemon Shield version, any Pokemon you put into Pokemon Bank, you could also take right back out, and you could do that as many times as you'd like. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, you could do the same thing, put your Pokemon from those games into Pokemon Home, and then take them right back out as well. However, with Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, it does not seem like you'll be able to transfer your Pokemon from other games into Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and also one more very important thing to note here, once you transfer a Pokemon from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee into Pokemon Sword and Shield, that's it. It can't go back to Let's Go ever again. So keep that in mind if you're transferring Pokemon around between those games. And now here's the big one, Pokemon Bank compatibility. This will basically let you transfer any of your Pokemon from Generation 1 to 7 into Sword and Shield. Now it seems like to transfer your Pokemon from Pokemon Bank into Pokemon Home, you are going to need what they call their premium plan, which is a paid membership. However, this is pretty cool. They say right here, to commemorate the release of Pokemon Home, we will make Pokemon Bank and PokeTransporter, you know, the 3DS services, available at no cost for a 1-month period after Home is released. So basically, they'll have a free little trial period where you do have to pay for that Pokemon Home membership, but for the first month after Pokemon Home is released, PokeBank will be free, so you'll be able to transfer all your Pokemon from your older games for that 1 month for free without paying. Because normally PokeBank has a little subscription fee that you need to pay as well. I am pretty happy that they're doing that, but it is going to be annoying after that little grace period ends. You'll need to pay for 2 memberships if you want to bring your Pokemon from the 3DS versions up to the Switch versions. And once again, this goes without saying, but just in case you didn't know, once a Pokemon from Pokemon Bank is transferred over to Pokemon Home, it can't go back. Now on to the trading features of Pokemon Home, there are actually quite a few interesting ones. First off, we have a trading feature that they call Wonder Box, which is basically surprise trades or wonder trades from other Pokemon games. However, it's really cool. Unlike the main series Pokemon games, you'll be able to wonder trade 3 Pokemon at a time if you're using the free version, or if you pay for the premium plan, you'll be able to wonder trade 10 Pokemon at a time. Personally, I love wonder trading. I love throwing a Pokemon out into the world and wondering what you're going to get back, and being able to trade up to 10 of them at a time with that premium membership, that is so cool. Second, the GTS, the Global Trading Station, is coming back, and this is basically the reason why Pokemon Sword and Shield didn't have one, because they were going to put it in Pokemon Home instead. Which does make a lot of sense. It's better just to have one big station than 2 separate ones. Now, if you haven't played a game with the GTS before, because Let's Go and Sword and Shield both didn't have it, ooh, you've been missing out. It's very similar to Wonder Trading in where you're trading with anybody across the globe. However, you get to choose the Pokemon that you want to get in return. So let's say you have a Chikorita, you could put it on the GTS and say, hey, I want to trade my Chikorita, and in return, I want to get myself a Mudkip. And you could also get pretty specific with the requirements of that Pokemon, like you could choose its gender, you could choose its level, and it looks like here you could choose what game it's from too, or what game it's going to be compatible for. I'm not exactly sure what that option's going to be, but that's kind of cool. However, a lot of people like to try to do really bad trades on the GTS, like listing a Caterpie and asking for a Groudon in return. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. Now we have another new trading option here called Room Trade, which is basically like Wonder Trade, except in a smaller room of people. I could see this being pretty fun. Now, something interesting to note here is you won't be able to create a room unless you have the premium plan. However, you don't need the premium plan to join a room. And last but not least, there's Friend Trade, which allows you to trade with your friends. Pretty self-explanatory, except right here it says the features related to adding and managing friends in Pokemon Home cannot be used by users under the age of 16, so that's something to take note of there. Also, something really cool is it looks like you'll be able to choose your character representation in the game, and they're using sprites from the older Pokemon games. Like I see Lucas from Diamond and Pearl, Hilda from Black and White, Dawn, May. That's so cool. I wonder if you could choose the sprites from Gold and Silver. I'd rock around being the Johto boy all day. Jumping over to more features, Pokemon Home will have a national Pokédex, which makes sense since you'll be able to transfer all your Pokemon in there, so you'll want to see a complete Pokédex. Something really cool about this Pokédex is if you transfer a Pokemon that can Mega Evolve or Gigantamax, you'll also unlock the Pokédex entry for that form as well. So if you transfer something over like Charizard, which has Mega Evolutions and Gigantamax forms, you'll get the Dex data for both. They'll also be doing mystery gifts here, and wait a second, let's take a look at that Pikachu right there. It looks like they're giving away a Pikachu just to commemorate the release of Pokemon Home and to thank you for playing Pokemon, and it says there the availability starts February 7th, 2020. This article does not tell us when Pokemon Home comes out, but maybe, just maybe, they're planning for a February 7th release. This could very well just be a placeholder, but that gives us some sort of idea of when the game might be coming out, because as of right now, we don't know. It could be coming out February 1st, it could be coming out February 29th because it's a leap year, we don't know. You'll also be able to judge your Pokemon and check their IVs just like in the main series games, however, you'll need a premium plan to be able to do that. Slightly annoying, but it's not like you can't do that in the main series games, so it's all good. Anyway, moving along, it looks like you'll get a little customizable area, your room, which you could put stickers up in, you could put little posters, that's kind of cool. I like the classic Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise posters. Oh, and Pikachu's there as well. And it looks like there'll be little challenges that you can complete by completing certain tasks, like this one right here. You brought over a Turtwig, Chimchar, and Piplup from Sinnoh region, so you get a nice little Sinnoh starter poster. That's pretty cool. I know some people are going to go crazy trying to complete all the challenges and get all the posters. You'll also be able to check battle data about ranked battles in Sword and Shield, get some news, and also collect home points, which can be converted into battle points in Sword and Shield. Pretty good stuff, pretty good stuff. And last but not least, they hit us with the price for the premium plan. So if you buy it 1 month at a time, it's $2.99 US, 3 months, $4.99, and if you buy a whole year, it's $15.99. So obviously, if you know you're going to be using this for a full year, the best deal by far is just going to be buying the 12-month plan because it'll save you a little bit of money in the long run. And here's a convenient little list of what the premium plan actually upgrades. So like I mentioned before, you could only move Pokemon from bank if you have the premium plan. The Pokemon you can deposit goes up significantly. If you don't pay, you can only store 30 Pokemon. If you do pay, you could store 6,000. You could put more Pokemon in the Wonder Trade and GTS at the same time. You can create room trades if you have the premium plan, and you could use the judge function if you have the premium plan. Honestly, the price isn't that bad. Compared to Pokemon Bank, it is a big increase of about $11, but Pokemon Home has a lot more features like the GTS, Wonder Trade, and so on. But overall, Pokemon Sword and Shield are becoming pretty expensive games if you want the full experience. The DLC's $30, you have Nintendo Switch Online, and now you need a Pokemon Home membership as well. But again, all those things are optional, so if you're enjoying the games and you want to pay for a few extra features, I don't really see anything wrong with it. And if you're just planning planning on using Pokemon Home once to transfer your Pokemon up from older games into Sword and Shield, then it seems like it would be smartest just to get that 1-month plan, which is only $2.99, and for the first month, Pokemon Bank is going to be free, so you only have to pay basically $3 to transfer your Pokemon up from the 3DS games up to the Switch. Again, not that bad at all. So my friends, we now know basically everything about Pokemon Home except a definite release date. I guess I'm going to speculate and say that it'll be released somewhere around the 7th based on that little mystery gift event in there. But who knows, it could come earlier, it could come later. In the comments, let me know what you think about Pokemon Home, and also let me know if you want to see me cover Pokemon Home and make a little guide on how to transfer Pokemon from all the older games up into Sword and Shield. I think that would be pretty fun to do. As always, my friends, thanks so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you haven't already. And my friends, I'll be seeing you in the next one.